I'm not so sure I want to go to the surface. What if the world finds out what we were doing down here?
The Whole Half-Life is a forum and resource-sharing website for map makers in the Half-Life community. It's been active for nearly 20 years now, with members to this day submitting work to the site along with holding bi-yearly mapping competitions. In early 2015, members of the forum gathered for a new kind of group project proposed by a mapper going by Urby. The idea was simple. Each mapper was given a template map with a limited amount of space, a stairway with an entrance and exit, and a goal. Let the player explore the map and try to find a way out and up to the next level, whether that's through finding a keycard, or pushing a button, or doing some collateral damage. Each map was made as a single floor in a large sort of research building, with mappers theming their work around something generally science or business related, though some were definitely more abstract or lighthearted. The end result in 2016 was a 13-story, 11-developer project known as the Whole Half-Life Tower. This mod was pretty well received upon release, and I can say I enjoyed it too. This video will be a bit of a review and breakdown of each floor to show off how each area plays and what makes them unique. So, let's get started. The game starts here in the tower lobby. Here you learn that, basically, every floor on this tower has gone haywire as some organizations they house struggle for power and others completely malfunction. Your mission is to make it to the top of the tower, restoring order where you can and helping prepare for the evacuation of scientists and other important personnel. This means running, shooting, thinking, and living. The ground floor of the tower is Logistics, a map by the project's founder, Urby. This map is dark, close quarters, and perfect for that office complex style exploration and combat, even if it's mainly there to show you the ropes of the mod. You can tell halfway through that you'll be deviating a bit from standard Half-Life procedure, collecting a key card to proceed further through the map. I like the touch of the loading bay area since it's something you could only really do on the ground floor. You're given minimal firepower against the few aliens and zombies the map throws at you, but that encourages you to conserve ammo and also know when to run. From here, you see the elevator to the roof is out and you'll have to get up the whole Half-Life tower by foot. This spot also introduces the gates at the end of each floor that refill your health, but take away all armor and weapons, giving you a clean slate to work with for the upcoming level. The first floor you pay a visit to is Too Much Video Games' Recreational Hall. Here you see some scientists and a security guard chilling out, and that's the vibe of the whole map, casual. Well, except for this indestructible military turret in the hallway that you have to dodge. There's some light puzzle solving and exploring through this abstract apartment-like part of the map, with your goal being to find an access card to the exit hidden in one of the few bedrooms being used by scientists. However, soon as you prepare to make your exit, things get ugly, with an alien invasion you have to flee from with just a crowbar. The map is blocky and a bit perplexing in layout, but it's a fun introduction to the variedness of the game. Next, we have the Lab Complex by Dr. Orange. This map has a bit of voice acting where a scientist tells you you have to go to the other side of the floor and disable the security lockdown to proceed.
Oh my, you are some random person I've never seen before.
This map plays like a mini Half-Life chapter. Every hallway has a new concept or a bigger weapon, and has you doing what Half-Life maps let you do best. Pick off aliens, avoid electrocution, and crawl through vents to your next destination. It looks nice and plays nice. Next, we have Rebellatrix Media, a name I definitely said wrong, by JeffMOD. This is a much more modern-looking map compared to what we saw the last couple floors, and is styled not like a research facility, but a media studio with boardrooms and abandoned offices. To proceed, you have to find a keycard to the exit, which may involve running into a seedy underbelly to the corporation renting this floor out. I like seeing parts of the game itself and the TWHL website design being shown around the map. It's a really neat touch. This is a nice look-around kind of map, although in the end you'll either have to fight or flee to leave with the access card alive. The fourth floor is the Crystalline energy facility by Urby, who also created the ground floor. This is a tight-quartered combat map where you first get reacquainted with the military grunts from Half-Life. The star of the floor is this pillar of crystal energy dealies which react violently to oxygen, something you can use to your advantage with no keycard to the exit in sight. I like the way this map makes you find an alternate route to the exit. It's a nice touch to kind of show your urgency to get to the roof and the increasing dysfunction of the tower. NineTNine's floor status reporting is memorable. Very memorable. I'm gonna let it speak for itself for a moment here.
Did you submit your status report to the administrator today? Did you submit your status report to the administrator today? Did you submit your status report to the administrator today? Did you submit your status report to the administrator today?
I am so glad this is in the game. It really shows how much fun you can have with one voice line and some imagination. Next up is the Riddler's Complex by Malle. This floor is one of many death-defying puzzles, first involving pressing multiple card suit buttons to make it past the entryway, with an active turret set up in the middle of the room you explore. Making all the traps automated, without as much as an army grunt to try countering against, is interesting. Like you're really ensnared by a bored mad scientist with limited room to build. This part, however, is something I was confused by. I get through the lasers, I walk in this door, and an alarm goes off. The hint says something about resetting and something about green. I reset it, go through the lasers again, try not to touch any of them, nothing. I try touching only the green lasers, nothing. Here's the solution. You see that? The specific, slightly flashing tile. You jump onto that, and then jump over to the next glowing tile, and that's the puzzle. If the lasers weren't an object of confusion here, or maybe there was a more clear hint or a visual notifier of what was going on, I think that puzzle would have gone a lot more smoothly. Nonetheless, you evade a final trap and disengage the security lock to continue your climb. It's an interesting idea for a map, and the hints are a nice thought even, but that lack of clarity with that puzzle was less than fun the first time. Maybe riddles just aren't my thing. Floor 7 is Tetsuo's Bernier and Company, an office-style map where you need to find 3 batteries, one of which is better hidden than the rest, to open a powered door. The environment is calm and even humorous, but I think the proportions are a bit off in some areas. After a bit of sleuthing for that last battery, you finish the level by powering the door, grabbing a security key, and running away from the alien grunt you just unleashed. Jessie's Time Labs is a very interesting map, one that appears much larger than it actually is, as you walk through the same hallway twisting throughout different points in time, from the creation of the labs to its destruction and renovation. You are alone in this map, with one key puzzle to solve as you travel through time. Very impressive use of space in this map, and the transition between points in time is completely seamless. Your way out is not a usual keycard, but instead a jump with the Tau cannon. The 9th floor, Aerodynamics by TJB, is a breather of a map. There is no enemy to blast or puzzle to solve, simply a spot you can poke in, check out the cool machine, admire the vibe, grab the keycard, and poke out. It almost has this kind of JeffMOD roleplay map feeling to it, with the empty rooms and bliss wallpapered computers. It's a neat part of the collection. Floor 10 is Upper Management by the Mighty Atom, and geez, what a mess. This is a winding set of offices under heavy attack by Zen forces, and it's up to you to collect a set of keycards hidden through the map to unlock the secure door to the next floor. The breakable wall here is a neat touch, the format of the office feels natural, and I especially like this interaction with the scientist here.
Oh no. No! right.
Quality stuff. You can tell something's gonna be unique about this floor as soon as you start hacking the lock 90s immersive sim style. Strider's floor for the chairman is probably my favorite of the bunch. Your mission is to sneak into the chairman's office, disarm security, and gain access to the roof. But security is tight, and your only defense is your stealth and awareness. Believe me, the security here does not mess around. This map plays its mood very straight with its custom sounds and textures. And there's also a little Easter egg if you're astute about interacting with things. Very detailed map, down to the sound of the rain running down the windows. Just lovely stuff. The final floor of the game has you in a rooftop maze, fighting for your life against army grunts, vortigaunts, and a whole helicopter all coming at you at once. Health is sparse, especially if you get caught in the chopper fire. Your goal is to blow up the door covering the rocket launcher, which opens a portal created by TWHL headquarters for escape. You can blow up the helicopter if you want, but you can just as easily flee into wherever you'll be taken next. The climb ends here. Your mission is complete. For now. I would say the whole Half-Life Tower is entertaining, and I would definitely call it a successful experiment by the whole Half-Life. I have some definite criticism for a couple maps, but I think every floor has a place in the game, and it's just a fun idea to see how much mappers can do with a certain amount of space. Now I've said a lot about this game's production so far, but what I haven't mentioned is that this mod received a sequel just last year, with a lot more polish and over twice the floors. I think I'll save that for another video though. Gotta stretch my legs a bit. And get back to work on that status report. Hey, thank you so much for checking out this video. It was a lot of fun to put this together. I have a download link to the mod in the description if you want to try it out yourself, and I would totally recommend poking around the whole Half-Life website if you're looking for more maps or projects to try out. Thanks, and have a good one.
I hope those people in the Lambda lab can get this under control.